I am so excited about today's makeup tutorial because I'm bringing the full coverage glam back, and we have got some new products to try. Well, it's not really to try, I have tried them, but some new products to talk to you guys about. I absolutely love talking about makeup, talking through makeup, talking about the formula behind the makeup, because fortunately a lot of the time when it comes to new products, I may have been given the PR package that comes with it, or I went to an event about it, so I really got to either read or see about this product, do you know what I mean? And I just love feeding that information back to you guys, especially when I think it's a really great product. So we're talking about a new foundation today, which for me, finding a new foundation, especially when it's one that absolutely slaps and it really does everything that it says it's going to do, looks amazing in pictures, lasts the whole night, gives you a flawless finish. I'm excited about it. So many things to talk about. Let's jump straight into it. But yeah, this is my new updated flawless makeup tutorial that is perfect for nights out. It's super long wearing. It's going to look amazing in pictures, which is kind of all of the criteria I want for night out glam. I feel like the skin is skinning, and it really speaks for itself, and that is going to be the main focus of this video. But this is the makeup that I've been wearing recently in all of my pics, so if you want to know how I got it, then here's the tutorial. I feel like my skin just looks a little bit dull, so we need to get some life back into it ASAP. As you guys know, before anything, I always like to slick my eyebrows sort of into the shape that I'm going to want them to be. I just find this so much easier when it does come to filling in my brows, because I've pushed them up and created the, I don't know, I've locked in the direction that I want the hairs to be, so then when I go in with pencil, I really am just only filling in the gaps rather than using the whole pencil situation to create the shape. So I always do that first, because then it gives that brow gel time to set, and that is the L'Oreal 24-hour brow lamination. I feel like this is just such a staple in my makeup routine. Now, you guys are probably sick of me using it, but I feel like it just makes the nicest base for under makeup, especially today where the skin prep is going to be really important, because we are using a slightly more matte finish foundation. It is more on the fuller coverage side of things. So if you have normal to dry skin, the way you prime your skin and make sure it's hydrated underneath is going to make a difference in the way that the foundation is going to feel on your skin. And I just find this is so hydrating. It's the rose glazing milk, if I didn't say that already and you didn't already know, but I feel like I use it in I say so many, all of my makeup videos. This is always what I go in with on the base. I feel like this part of my skin at the moment is so dry, and I don't really know what to do about it. Maybe I need to use some AHA exfoliating, you can't really tell. Anyways, again with the glowy base, I'm actually gonna use some MAC strobe cream. I feel like the primer I'm also gonna use, they're very similar. I probably only need one, but I'm suddenly feeling really extra and I want to use both. I've not used, oh my god, if I've got none of this left, I'll be so upset, because I had a dream about using it. So I was like, don't forget to use the strobe cream, because you thought about it in your sleep. So use it. So that glazing milk is really moisturizing, but this you can use moisturizer on top of it, and I just want the glowiest primed hydrated face, really focusing on that dry patch that I have. My skin looks like a mirror right now. Shall I be extra and go in with the primer as well? Why not? It might be to my detriment, but hey ho. We're going to use the Natasha Denona. If I was going to say pick one, I'd probably say maybe only just use this, because this is a hydrating primer serum and it basically has the exact same finish as the MAC strobe cream, but the MAC strobe cream isn't advertised as a primer. It's part of their prep and prime range, I'm pretty sure, but it's just meant to be you know, glowy moisturizer. But I definitely feel like my skin is sufficiently hydrated. I actually think that strobe cream is the gold light strobe cream, but I'm nearly at the end of that and I feel like I need to restock, and I might get the original. You cannot beat the original MAC strobe cream. Like, she is an OG and we love her. And if I was gonna tell you, like, I'd probably say there's a good few things to like get from MAC, but like strobe cream would be on my like top 10 list of things to get from MAC. Like, if you were a first time buyer, it's just beautiful under makeup. So I feel like that's the skin sufficiently set. Let's just like give it a moment to sink in. I am so excited to talk about this next product because it is foundation, and it's been a while since I've been excited about like a new foundation, mainly because I've just been loving, and still do obviously absolutely love, all of my like glowy sheer skin products, but I'm suddenly having a moment where I'm like, bring back the full coverage be okay, especially when I'm going out or it's event glam, or yeah, it's a situation where there's going to be loads of pictures. Kind of want like a flawless base, I can't lie. This is amazing. So I actually went to the like masterclass of this the other day where they like showed it to us in action. It's the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Impeccable Foundation. I'm using the shade 3W, which is a slightly more tan shade, and 2N, so I'm gonna like mix them together. This is basically, so when Nikki Makeup, who was the person doing the masterclass, was like explaining this to us, she was basically saying how Claudia, aka Norvina, who is Anastasia's daughter, who formulates all of the products, she puts so much thought into all of the products. Like, she's a real little mixologist up in there. She basically said that her mum really wanted like a matte foundation that was just like comfortable, wasn't too heavy, went on kind of silky and all of that stuff. So she created this, and I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I've loved a matte foundation, so let's give this a go. I'm feeling like in my full coverage ultra glam era, because I've done many a clean girl, lightweight skin, glowy makeup tutorial. Like, let's bring back the fucking full base. So you can see how much of each I'm using there, and I'm going to blend it out with a brush, but I'm going to go back in with a sponge. Did I leave them in the bathroom? I might have left them in the bathroom. By the way, are we loving my doors? I'm just so obsessed with my white doors. But yeah, I'm just gonna like dot this around. So yeah, applying it with a brush, and then like just making sure it's not too heavy on the skin with a sponge. But obviously with the right skin prep, this foundation is very customizable in terms of what you get from it. If you want ultra matte, you're super oily, like no glow underneath, just like a regular primer and or anything like that, you will have like such a matte finish. But obviously with the like dewiness of the skincare that I put underneath, it's giving more satin, which I personally love. And it's full coverage, but I promise you, it does not feel it. And I'm obsessed with it. And I love these two colours mixed together. And like I said, it's been a while since I've done like full coverage glam. Let's bring her back, shall we? Because at the end of the day, I feel like it does photograph the best and last the longest on the skin, wearing like a more matte finish foundation. I do feel like it's actually very similar to the H&B Cosmetics Silky Matte Foundation. Holly did it first. So yeah, if you're liking the sound of the way I've described that, it's very similar to the H&B Silky Matte Foundation, which I feel like went under the radar for some people. But I say that because I really love the glowy skin tint, so that one really was like, and is still, been my jam. But look, like no signs of like any discoloration. Not that I have it majorly, but I do find sometimes I always want more coverage here on myself when I wear something sheer. But yeah, absolutely not with this. And then like I said, I mean, don't have to do this, but I just like to make sure that's all like pressed into my skin with the sponge. Also, the like dampness from this just adds a little bit of hydration. Like, I am looking at my skin up close in that mirror and it is looking genuinely flawless. It's like perfecting whatever's in it. I'm just obsessed with the formula. And there's now something in my eye. Oh my god, it's crispy. Now for contour and bronzer. I've been loving mixing these two together. I recently picked up the new Rare Beauty liquid contour. I know she had those bronzing sticks, but this is a contour, and I saw a review on TikTok of someone using this saying it actually has quite like a glowy finish, which for a contour feels a bit strange, but I kind of liked the sound of that. And I love mixing a little dot of my Tarte Radiant Shape Tape in the shade Tan Deep Sand. I always use this as like a cream eyeshadow into my eyes. Into my crease, not into my eyes. So I like to put this on my crease, a couple of dots here with a bit of this. You'll see how it all comes together. But this really blends out beautifully, I think. So I do 2 dots. Like so. Did I tell you that was the shade Serene? If I didn't, that's the shade. And then with this concealer, one here, one here, one, and then I just like swipe it across my eye, so then it's all gonna be blended seamlessly, okay? And I like this kind of shaped brush to blend. But you'll see that Tarte concealer has such a like golden undertone, whereas that contour is still, it's got warmth, but it is very much a contour shade. Like, look at that. To me, it's perfection. Some may disagree, but just together, like, where did that go? It blended like butter, okay? Like, I know that shade like looks really dark, but it really like blended out into nothing. And I feel like, do not be scared if you feel like your contour might look a little bit harsh. Going back in with your foundation brush and continuously just like swapping between each brush at every step is how to get like a flawless finish to your face. Always going back in with like the brushes that you used previously, either to help blend or help like kind of bring it back onto your face without adding more product. I just think that's perfect. Sorry, but I do. Let's not forget the ones on my eyes. I take my Patrick Tar for contour. This is for like small contour moments. And like I said, this is gonna be our crease base, if you will, blending it out, giving that lift, like diffusing it into the bronze that we've just put on the face. I take it down. Everything just needs to be seamless. So you do want to use the products on your face, like but on your eyes, connecting it all together. Hence why I always say bronzers make the best eyeshadows. Number one, the tones of them I just love, but also it just adds a cohesiveness to everything. And then, like I said, let me just go back in with my foundation brush. Just no extra product. Just pressing, help blending. Honestly, I think makes such a difference. Now, this is a step that is new to me that I saw this girl, and I'm really sorry, it was a scrolling moment, so I can't remember, and she was doing it very quickly, but she used the Charlotte Tilbury Unreal Sheer Glow Tint in a pale shade underneath her eyes. And I was thinking, what? Because I have it as like a foundation, so it's in a darker colour. This stuff is basically like, not glitter, but it's very shiny, shiny's the wrong word, glowy. It's just so glowy that I was like, under the eyes, surely not. But then I started thinking like, actually under the eyes, I do want to give the appearance of brightness and like reflect light, so therefore like dark circles and under eye bags aren't so visible. So I tried it. Kind of obsessed. It's not going to be for everyone because it is really glowy, but it's trust the process, because obviously we go in with powder under the eyes, right? And sometimes when you go in with like a super matte concealer, then you bake with powder, it just feels so dry and tight. Like, maybe try this, okay? So I'm kind of going in with a brush. She fully like went on with the stick, but I don't want to do it like too crazy. And this is the shade Too Fair. Taking it like, still lifting the face with it too, in terms of like the placement of the product. We are going to go in with a little bit of a full coverage concealer, but this is like the main base and body. And because it is so sheer, I feel quite comfortable taking it up quite high. But I'm just pressing that in. I don't know, guys. I'm kind of obsessed. Again, just pressing it. Like, do you see what I mean about how glowy it is? But trust the process. We're not going to leave it like this. Like, I'm just loving it. And I'm going to use this as alone, where like I might normally put concealer like here. And remember I said like it's my like here, my here, this place is just like really dry and textured for me. So I'm going to use this here as well. Whoa, like so. And then a little weensy bit of the shade 1W in the H&B Cosmetics Concealer, which, as you guys know, super full coverage. So literally just a dot and a dot. And I am going to use a sponge for this. And I just think that combination together is stunning. So comfortable. And I feel like because we're only using a dot of the full coverage product, but the Charlotte Tilbury stick underneath is giving us like that colour and the glow, and we're only using the coverage in the place that we need it. I think that looks bloody lovely, that. I am obsessed. And now that was and may feel like quite a lot of products, and what I have been absolutely loving, because now is at the stage of the makeup that I'd be going in with powder. She's going to be our best friend. I always love her. Or you could use MAC Fix Plus. This is quite hydrating. Fix Plus is hydrating, but I think the hyaluronic acid in this gives more, like, adds the glow. If you couldn't already tell, I love the glow. So if you don't love like super glowy skin, at this stage maybe I would use Fix Plus. I'm going to spray my skin with this just to help melt everything together. Not that it wasn't already, but obviously I've gone in with that like matte foundation underneath. We've got a few products on the skin. I just want them to feel merged into one at this point, which that spray is really going to help to do. Okay, we've kind of let that just like sit and marinate. We are looking so reflective and glowy. It is now time to set, and I've been really loving this by Mario, Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin. Oh, everything's Surreal Skin. That is the mood of this makeup. Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder, and this is in the shade Fair Pink. Now I'm going to focus this mainly underneath the eyes. You always want to like tap off the excess powder on your hand, and like I said, underneath the eyes. pressing that in. Need to make sure I'm not covering my face with the mirror like I always end up doing. I always watch back my tutorials and I'm like, for fuck's sake, I'm literally like telling you guys how to do these steps while literally like blocking the vision. But you guys, are you ready to see like this under eye up close? First of all, look at the difference. Are we fucking seeing that? Like literal perfection. And I do feel like it's because I've not done like really heavy concealer like underneath my eyes. I've just used something so sheer but reflective and brightening and like the tiniest bit of coverage, because that's all I really needed. And with this powder, like I said, because I have got a matte foundation on, I'm not feeling the need. You can see, like, to like set there. Obviously you totally can, if that's what your skin needs. But I do like some dew to peep through. But obviously we've got to set our under eyes. I actually need to set my eyelids as well, because we'll go in with eyeshadow. I do feel like this tutorial is mainly about the skin. Like, that's what's flawless. You can't really have like flawless eyes. Everyone's like going out. Eye makeup is totally different. You might not even wear eye makeup. So I feel like I might skip through the eyes because it's going to be a bit of bronzer, a brown smoky wing, and a outer corner lash. Like, that is absolutely not revolutionary. And I do it in every video. So yeah, we're mainly focusing on the skin for this one, because I feel like that's also where all of the exciting new products are. I haven't got anything new for my eyes, unfortunately. But yeah, just look at that. And I promise it doesn't even feel heavy on the skin at all. Now obviously, pause the video right now and leave in the comments it's probably like 3 or 4 contouring and bronzing products I'm about to use, because again, they don't change. I'm sorry. Benefit Hoola #1, who got it? Who knew that was next? For me, it's just the perfect contour shade, just lightly dust. I'm not really too intricate with my like nose contouring routine. Maybe I should be, but I just am obsessed with that product always. Bronzer, although actually I feel like loads of people say like the Be Perfect bronzer. I've actually put that one to the side. Don't know why. I just was going through my makeup and thought, let me try something different, but it's basically the same. It's MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in Dark Golden. Again, OG classic MAC product that I think everyone needs. Other like a couple of shades of the mineralized skin finish. They make amazing bronzers. Obviously they're intended as face powders. And they make great eyeshadows, which is what I'm gonna use. Pop this in the crease. Keep it all cohesive. Yeah, just like such a nice natural bronzer shade. Obviously they've got the ones that are bronzer shades like Give Me Sun, or like darker shades of that, and yeah, I feel like Give Me Sun's just a bit too like orangey for me. Oh yeah, that was meant to go in my crease as well. Let's do that. Get me fluffy. Oh yeah, fluffy brush. Zoop, zoop, zoop. Basically matches that Tarte Shape Tape base that we did. Like bang on. And I just love how much of like a neutral warm brown that is. Love it, love it. And then my other mineralized skin finishes, but these are obviously the like glowy ones. Gold Deposit and Global Glow, especially on a look where a matte base product has been, whoa, hello, been used. this is a must to add that glow back in that you may have already got from your base if you're using something really glowy. This basically just adds the Botox back in when using a matte finish foundation, and just that lit from within. Put it on my shoulder. Why not? Got my shoulders out. Like, it's just, these are beautiful. Like, argue with yourself because they're stunning. I'm also going to take the shade Soft and Gentle, which I forgot about her, but she's just going to be my down the face highlight. Lips, like tip of the nose, between the brow, above the brow. Like, we just dust her there lightly. And the blushes I've been using recently, obsessed. We are using, I think it's a new Patrick Tar duo, and she's quite like a neutral mauve. I'm obsessed with her. This is the shade She's Seductive, and we're gonna go ahead and powder first. So we'll take the bottom shade, and we're gonna put her kind of like high. Like, I just think it's such a gorgeous neutral pink. I just think the shade is gonna be such a safe, beautiful option for like most skin tones. I think obviously if you have a deeper complexion, keep to that neutral vibe, but it will be more of like a deeper berry kind of tone, that sort of thing. Obviously if you're paler, actually the next blush that we're going to use, you might just like to use that alone. But you know me, I like to use a couple of different blushes. So now I'm going in with the shade She's, wait, did I say what this was? This duo is She's Seductive. This blush is She's Sincere. You can see, you know, I like that like pale pink. Normally I'm like bluey pink vibes, but this is a bit more like peachier, and I like to put this like, and this is like the shade I like to merge my blush with my under eye with. But if you're on the paler side, you actually might just like this alone. But that for me, with a brush like this, I feel like maybe you're looking at me being like, Rachel, cannot see it. Cannot see what that's done for you. I can. And that's all that matters, I think. And you will, if you do this too. It just merges and blends it like fucking perfectly. Like, I'm sorry. Try it for yourself. I promise you'll see what I'm talking about. And I am going to now use the cream, just a little, because we always do cream after powder, inspired by Patrick Tar. Just a little. This is going to give us, again, a blushy, natural looking glow. See? And this brush is just so delicate on the skin. It really doesn't move any products. I think it's gorgeous. And the final sort of like highlighty product we're going to use is new in from Natasha Denona. If you watched my last video, this was one of the products that I got in the PR haul. These are the new high blushes, but we're going to take the highlight shade. Now, it is that like creamy powder formula. It's not a cream, but it kind of like, well, I don't think it is. Or maybe it is, I don't know, but it kind of feels like a creamy powder to me. And we're just going to take the light pink shade. And press that to get that final like glass looking skin finish. because it has a subtle pink undertone, like this skin for me is like outrageously good. I can't lie. I'm gonna take, I think I may have taken that a little bit too far in, so Powder Puff to the rescue. But this skin, I've worn it to like all of my events recently and it has never let me down. I've had so many compliments from the other girls like on my skin, the way it like looks in all the pictures and like in person, and it lasts all night looking exactly the same. All of the products just like really just work together so well. So I am going to go ahead and do my brows now. I just like to use the MAC Pro Definer Pencil in Spiked at the moment and just like fill in the gaps. I'll go ahead and do my eyes. I'm literally going to add a brown smoky wing and some outer corner lashes. The, you know, the winged ones that I always use. I always use them. And I'll be back because we'll finish on the lip because I do actually have a new lip product to use. But the skin is what is everything here. And it's giving like flawless, perfect base. So these are the eyes. I put like a little bit of, I literally used my Too Faced palette that I've been loving, and the Sweet on You, I just kind of put that in my inner corner and buffed it out a little bit onto the inner part of my lid. I don't know why I did that. Brown wing, lashes, that's it. That's not very revolutionary of me, and not making this makeup as like what's going to be flawless about it. But lips. Oh, hello. Oh, I've got 15 seconds left on the timer I set myself, so I'm doing well for time. Let me just move it this way a little bit. We're going to use the new Rhode lip contour. This is the shade Balance. I don't know how I feel about them. They're not like, I thought I just turned that off for fuck's sake. They're okay. I love the colour. Do you know what? This is a really good like product to keep kind of like topping up with when you're out and like your lips have faded a little bit and you just kind of want to buff like a new, like a bit more like lip liner on, because sometimes with these like pencil ones, when you kind of had a lipstick and gloss on, like these don't always show up when you're trying to like reapply like while you're out and stuff, whereas this does. So this is the shade Balance. I find it to be like a very neutral brown. And I kind of use this initial colour, not really to give like definition. This is more for like the outer parts of my lips. Yeah, just like diffusing into the middle. I feel like it's not like the best thing ever, but I don't know, I do really like it. Then I just take a pencil. This is from a brand called Glam by Maya in the shade Honey. And it's pretty much bang on the same colour, but in a pencil. So I use this for like my Cupid's bow. And then yeah, that like Balance pencil is what I will put in my bag to keep like reapplying throughout the night. Going back with MAC Meth. Alright. I love her. Just in the middle. Like so. And then I'm going to use Balance. I'm going to use the end little like blurry thing. Just like smudge it and yeah, blend it all together. Might even go back in with a little bit of it. Like, see, it is good for like, kind of just like, it's like a really good like top up pencil. Can't explain. And then for gloss, normally I love my Made by Mitchell on the dance floor, but I do want like a little bit of like pink and like colour. So this is like super sparkly, but it's called In Real Life by Made by Mitchell. You could just leave it like satiny. But I am going out and I want some sparkle and shine. But yeah, this is my official, updated, flawless, mainly about the base, but makeup routine. I'm obsessed with it. I feel like it has not let me down, and this may only be like the 4th time I'm doing it, but I know it's not going to let me down. Some amazing new products that I know are going to be absolute staples in my makeup routine going forward. I love a new foundation and getting excited about new products like this. So yeah, if there's any new ones that you hadn't heard of, want to try, hope this is a good showcase, and let me know if you end up getting these and trying them. And I promise you it will probably be the most flawless your makeup has ever looked, especially with those techniques thrown in there, you know, like the setting spray once you've done all of the creams, that illuminating under eye, not too full coverage thing with like only a little bit of the full coverage concealer. All of the techniques that I mentioned, I feel just make such a difference and leave you with this end result. So yeah, let me know if you try it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I feel like we need to be back with a vlog next week. We've had 2 videos up this week. Who am I? But that's only because I was late posting the one last week, but still, double dose. Love you guys.